Hey y'all, welcome back to the crazy. It's Leslie with Phat Flossing. This is my channel about cross stitch, and I'm going to talk today about my WIPs or works in progress. Excuse me, I am getting over the tail end of my cold, so I don't feel bad anymore. Prissy, you're not supposed to be up there. Like she cares. Come on, down we go, little girl. Anyway, getting over the tail end of my cold. I don't feel bad anymore, but my voice is kind of scratchy, so I apologize for that. I'm also going to go ahead and apologize in advance because the light is going to be terrible. It's really cold and nasty and rainy. We're having highs in the 30s, lows are supposed to be in the 20s the next few nights. Maybe she just wants to be a YouTube star. You think that's it? This is my Prissy. Bumblebee Primrose Path. She's a blue point. Blue points have this steel gray color to their points. And she's a sweetheart. And she's busy. She likes being into every last thing. But anyway, it's cold and nasty here. The light's going to be crappy, but we're going to persevere anyway. You'll probably hear some background noise. My washer, dryer, and dishwasher are all running. I had an industrious morning. And my dogs are in the crate because it's wet and nasty outside, so you may hear them fussing. And of course, there will be kitties yodeling in the background, I'm sure. But anyway, I'm freezing my tuchus off. My ass is cold because I was stupid. I can't wait for the dryer to be done because this is not going to come as a surprise to anybody. But I am not exactly a pattern card of fabulous fashion. During the summer, I live in soft, stretchy shorts and t-shirts. And during the winter, I live in one of 3 pair of yoga pants that I own and longer sleeve t-shirts. And I would have sworn I had another pair of yoga pants hanging up. But I went to get dressed this morning when I got out of the shower and no pants. Now what's strange is the load of darks that are in the washer, or actually they moved to the dryer now. The pants aren't in there either, so where'd my other pants go? I need pants. I'm freezing. So I'm ready for the dryer to dingle and tell me I can finish putting on some pants. The shorts aren't cutting it today. Anyway, that's probably more about my wardrobe malfunctions than anybody wanted to know. So let's get started. Today I'm going to talk about my WIPs, do a WIP parade. I think I'm probably going to weed some stuff out. There's some stuff that's just not ringing my chime anymore. And so I'm probably going to send it to the great WIP pile in the sky. And Prissy is fiddling. Stop it, Priss. She's headbutting the phone, and, you know, because it smells like mama. And so, you know, you saw her whiskers flashing in front, and that's what rocked everything. So hopefully she'll, go on now, baby, be good. Hopefully she'll go be good, and we'll get on with this. Or not. Prissy's tail. Go on, baby girl. Skedaddly-doo. She's not going to go. She's going to be a pest the whole time. I will show you very briefly my ongoing WIPs, the ones I'm kind of active. Oh, great. And now Praline's up here. I'm actively working on. I've been almost a monogamous stitcher over the last week because this has really held my attention. This is my grandmother's garden, shown right here, from the Tending the Garden book by Blackbird Designs. I got this last year from Jeanette. I don't know if she still has any in stock or not, but I believe the book is still in print. This is the pattern, My Grandmother's Garden. And I think it's pretty. Of course, you know, it speaks to me because it's got pretty pinks and springy looking colors in it. Girls, y'all are being bad. I know I was in the office this morning and y'all didn't get much attention, but I'll be on the couch in a little while and you can snuggle. They're all spoiled. Anyway, this is where I am on My Grandmother's Garden. This is probably most of the call for colors on 36 count. I believe this is Tycho from Picture This Plus. And I am, Prissy, I am almost done. I have 2 more butterflies to put in over on this side here. The date goes right up there. And I think I told y'all on my last FlossTube that I was thinking about doing this as a memoriam for my grandmother. My grandma was an amazing lady. She lived to be 99 years old. And up into her, probably into her 80s, because it was only about the last 10 years that she really didn't get much done. She gardened a huge multi-acre garden, sold produce, she quilted, she had, by hand, not by machine, but by hand, she had one of those, she lived in this huge Victorian house, and she had a king-size quilting frame that hung in one of the guest rooms, and she would quilt those huge old quilts by hand. And I was an idiot because she offered when I was a teenager to teach me to quilt, and of course I had better things to do and I couldn't be bothered, and I wish I had learned from her. But she quilted, she hand sewed, she made a lot of my clothes when I was growing up. She embroidered, she canned and put up, and she got married in, I think, 1915 or 16, when she was 15 or 16 years old, and raised, I think she had a total of 9 kids, 7 of whom survived infancy. She lost her husband to an automobile accident before I was born, and she was, you know, she made do. She was an amazing lady. So I'm doing this for my grandma. Her name was Beulah Cox Clifton, and you can see I've got most of her name in there, and then I'll put her dates, 1899 to 1998, down here at the bottom. So I'm very, very happy with how this is coming out, and I say thank you to Lynette from Homesteading on the Homefront for kind of inspiring me to do a piece to commemorate some of my family. So anyway, that's my grandmother's garden from Blackbird Designs. I anticipate that I will finish that this weekend. Hopefully, God willing, and the creek don't rise. And I have to take time to zip up and put away because I'm dragging them all out and it's going to be a big old mess. Huh, Pris? It's going to be a big old mess. Father Yule, I showed this last week. I'm not pulling it back out. It needs the beads, and I haven't got the Nymo yet, so that's all done but the beads. This was a fairly recent start. This is the flock from SamSarah. This is what it will look like when it's finished. There's not a color drawing available. And I believe I have got parts 1 and 2 done, and I've got to start on part 3. And I started this, I think, right before the beginning of the year. And the quote on it is, faith is the bird that feels the light when dawn is still dark. Prissy, stop it. So this is Color and Cotton Petunia is the fabric in a 36 count. The flosses are basically none of the call fors. I just pulled, I'm doing it in Color and Cotton flosses for the majority. And there's a couple of, I think, Victorian mottos in there for what I, no, bad kitty, for what I couldn't do in Color and Cotton. Because I have more Victorian motto than I do Color and Cotton. She's laying here playing with everything on the table. This is the night walk down pattern from the Blue Flower. This is my New Year's Day start. And we're selling this. The hashtag is NightWalkSal. So you can follow that on Instagram. And I have not made any progress on this since my last video. I really have been concentrating on the grandmother's garden piece. So I'm still at the same place. 36 count Antique Violet from Shakespeare's Peddler, Kitten Stitcher, and my own conversion to silks from my stash. Prissy, I said no. There's a little bag over here with ties on it, and she's fascinated with the ribbon, of course. Something else I have not made any progress on since the last time you saw it. Fraktur Flowers from La Di Da. I'm doing this in Julie McConnell's Reflections Framing and Stitching, her conversion. It's on 36 count Picture This Plus Murky. And it looks just the same as last time. I have not gotten any more into it. But another one that I anticipate I will be done with sooner rather than later. I'm trying to resist the siren call of new starts. see how that goes. And finish up some more stuff. Especially as I got into this mess this morning and realized what a freaking mess I actually have. Okay, those are the things that I have actively stitched on relatively recently. Then we get to the other pile of stuff in my basket that I need to pull out and get work done on. But none of this has seen the light. Prissy. None of this has seen the light of day in probably several months. Souvenirs of Summer from Blackbird Designs. I would actually like to get this done for the 4th of July holiday this summer. I have a small start on it. This is on Picture This Plus. I believe this is Echo in a 36 count. And I am using most of the called for Gentle Arts and Shaker Threads. Prissy. No. With a couple of Victorian mottos subbed in where I needed to. This was a Mania start 2 years ago, I believe. This is Over the Hill #1 from SamSarah. And I started to work on this the other day. I actually pulled it out to work on and couldn't find my big old needle that I needed. But am probably 50%-ish done. Maybe not quite, but I've got a pretty good start on this one. This is, I believe this is 18 count linen. I have no idea. It was something I pulled from my stash from years and years and years ago. I have no idea who the color or the maker is. It's fairly stiff. It's got quite a bit of sizing in it, but I just don't remember. And then I am doing it with the recommended colors, which are watercolors from Karen, which are a cotton thread. They're similar to like a pearl cotton, and some really pretty colors in it. Pardon me. And I guess I need to tell Anne to send me some needles, and I'll get back to that one, because I feel like I could get done with that if I would sit down and actually work on it. Yeah. This one, I did not go to the closet and pull out my stitching for, or no, I lied. This one is kitted but not started, so I'm going to just put it to the side. This one is the one I didn't pull out the actual project. Lady of the Flag from Mirabilia. I was lucky enough to get a copy of this when they reissued it a couple years ago. I have got like this center part here around her arm done. And that's about it. I think I may have moved up to her neck. I don't remember. I haven't touched it in a year. It's on a frame. I put it on a frame because of all the beading. That was probably a mistake because I don't like using a frame. For me to see it well, I stitch without my glasses on. I have trifocals, but they're useless as far as that goes. I hold my stitching about here, which is probably 10 or so inches from my face. So I have to hold the frame there. My vision does not focus well with my glasses on. I have a stand for my frame, but if I put it on the stand, I can't see it. So I have to hold it, and I've had both my shoulders repaired, and it makes my shoulders hurt to hold the frame. So long story short, I need to take it off the freaking frame and get the stitching on it, and then put it back on the frame to bead it. I'm doing it on the, I think it's on 30 count, the Constitution fabric from the Primitive Hair, maybe, I think. And these are the recommended DMCs. I do need and plan to get back to that one. I'm not going to let that one just languish forever. This was a Mania start a couple of years ago also. Fresh Eggs Farm from Hands On Design and Priscilla. And I have the teeny tiniest little start on it. I do have the recommended flosses. This is 32 count slate from Hand Dyed by Stephanie, I believe, or Hand Dyed Fabrics by something like that. And I have a chicken sitting on a post. I need to get back to it. I still love it. I think it's adorably cute. I just, you know, ooh, shiny, and get distracted and don't go back to it. So I do plan to finish that. I just need to get back to it and do it. I think it would look very cute hanging on the blackboard wall in my kitchen. I painted the little piece of wall above the sink like a blackboard so we could write things up there. What I neglected to take into account was the fact that I would have to lean over the, you know, the cabinet and the sink and the faucet, and I have one of those big tall faucets that stand up, to be able to write anything on it, so it rarely gets written on because it's inconvenient. So that was a kind of worthless investment to do that. Okay. Here's the one I'm embarrassed about. This is Buttoned Hearts from Shepherd's Bush. Yeah, it's as old and ratty as what it looks. I started this in, I'm guessing, well, the copyright on the pattern is 1992. I started it somewhere between, I don't know, probably 1995, 1998, somewhere around in there. And I got very little done, and you can't even see those words that I think I stitched in the wrong color. And I think I have fatal errors in some of the spacing somewhere. And I hate the linen. It's on probably whatever the call for linen. Uh, 19 count cork linen. Yeah, that's probably about right. It's stiff. I hate it. I do love the pattern. I am going to restart the pattern, but this is going away. If anybody wants an approximately, probably 16 to 18 inch square of 18 or 19 count cork, but I want the cork linen, C-O-R-K, in the comment. I'm not frogging it out. You'll have to frog it out, but I will, if more than one person wants it, I will do the random picker and get that. I do love it. I am going to restart it, but I'm not going to finish it on that linen. I just don't like it. So maybe I can finish it before the end of 2020. That would mean that it was only 20 some odd years old. Oh, but hey, if I restart it, I don't have to worry about that anymore, right? We'll just keep that between you and I. Okay. Playing with Jacks from the Cricket collection. This is a sal that I started with Erin from Two Martini Stitcher last, I think we started September 1st or the end of August. I don't remember exactly. Suffice it to say, I'm nowhere near done. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Is it not in the bag? There it is. My heart did a little flip-flop on that not in the bag thing. Here we go. This is 36 count Antique Violet from XG Designs. I love her linens. And this is my progress. I have not worked on this for a couple of months. I do plan to finish it before this coming Halloween. And I am using the called for anchor flosses. And there's another project in this bag. This is, I'm not good on the sals, y'all. Man, I suck, actually. This is a sal I started a year and a half ago now. Patriotic Sampler from Jeanette Douglas. It is a very beautiful piece. And I think I got frustrated with it when I started it. This is a 36 count. I don't remember the name of the linen off the top of my head. It's a 36 count, feels like a Zweigart linen. And that's where I am. And I've accomplished nothing in the last year on it. I do need to get back to this. And I'm doing, I think I've got a few of the call for, and the rest of them are the Carrie's Creation Silk. So I have about 50-50 of the call for and what I subbed out with Carrie's Creation on that. This is one I'm really torn. I didn't love stitching on it, but I love what it looks like. So I guess I'm going to keep on keeping on for now. This is not one I'm going to chunk yet. I might eventually. Let me know what you think. Should I keep going on that one, or should I give up the ghost on it? I'm torn. It's such a pretty piece when it's done. I could just wiggle my nose and have it be done. That'd be awesome. Oh, Lord, my stack is going to fall over. Okay. Y'all excuse me while I get a drink. Oh boy, this is going to be a long one. 21 minutes already. This is another Mania start from 2017. No, 2018. Sing a Song of Seasons by Blackbird Designs. It's Loose Feathers number 5. And like I said, this was a Mania start. I have some of the call for, some DMC. And I don't know which way is up on this, like this, I think. This is another one I just lost steam on. I don't remember if this is a 32 or a 36 count. It's got the stripes, so I believe it's a Zweigart linen. I couldn't tell you that I remember what the color is. I don't know if I wrote it down anywhere. I tried to put the little sticker on my working copy. Picture This Plus Wren, 36 count. So this is another one I need to decide if I'm going to keep going or I'm just going to say, and let it go. I'm probably not quite at the let it go point yet, but I don't know that it's going to be an active part of my stitching anytime soon. Let's see. Maybe getting all this stuff out will make me want to start stitching on it again. This one I'm going to let go. This is Peace on Earth from Cottage Garden Samplers. It's a very, very pretty piece. I started this with a Sal with Christine from Stitch All the Things, and oh shoot, I can't remember the other lady. Anyway, this is as far as I got. And I just don't love it. I just don't love it. And part of my problem is I absolutely dread this bunch of white down here. Maybe if I just made up my mind that I was going to bring this border all the way across the bottom and didn't worry about that white, maybe I could get more enthused about it. But I think realistically, this one's probably just going to go in the round file because it's too much to frog out of that linen. I don't like my color choices. I'm not thrilled about it. Maybe I'll restart it at some point because the pattern itself is beautiful. But I think this one is a non-starter. So I think that one is going away. Hey, empties a project bag. Okay. So out of all of those, one of them going away. this was Sal. I started on, did we start October 1st? I don't remember. Praiseworthy Stitches, Sal. This is Jingle All the Way from Praiseworthy Stitches. And I got a decent start on it. I've got most of that center house done. I have to fill in the bricks, but that's mindless stitching. I can do that anytime. The mortar was what took thought. So anyway, I do have a start on it. I've got most of that center house done. On all the Praiseworthy pieces, those are just realistically like 5 to 10 year projects for me. But I will get back to that. I'm just not in a Christmassy mood right now. I want to stitch all the spring right now. That's what I want to do. That's my favorite season, my favorite color palette. Oh Lord, that stack is a mess. Okay, what else? Is it a bad sign that I don't even remember what's in this bag? It'll be a surprise for all of us. Oh, I forgot about this. Harvest Time from Chessie and Me. I started this, I don't know, September probably-ish, maybe, around there. Sometime. Can tell how much attention I pay. I do write this stuff down, but if I don't look ahead of time, I don't remember for crap. I'm trying to see what I'm stitching it on because I don't remember. And I did not write it down. This is just a smorgasbord. I've got some of the few, I don't know, 1 or 2 of the call for flosses on here. There's some hand dyed by Rolanda. It's mostly Victorian motto. Yep, Victorian motto. And I'm real close on this one. I just need to get done. I need to finish these little pumpkins down here. I think it says Harvest Time along one side or the other. And then there are some little snowflakey things floating around, but they don't look, you know, they're colored not like snowflakes. Shelly Key X-Stitch said she decided it looked like the birds were pooping on me. So I'm not sure I'm going to stitch those, but I need to finish that. I'm real close. This is a 36, this may be a 40. I think this is a 40 count. I don't remember. Basically none of the call for. I just used whatever. That's another one. If I put my mind to it, I could clear that one out pretty quick. What is this? Oh, I know what this is. This is my 10-year project. At least, probably. This is Seedy Pumpkin Cottage from Praiseworthy Stitches. My husband picked this out a couple years ago, and I started it Halloween 2018. I actually started on Halloween Day and made very little progress at first. And then this past, I pulled it out for maybe a couple of days last spring. And then last, I don't know, August or September, I did get some pretty good progress on it. So I've got, I don't know what percentage that is, but I've got a pretty good start on it. I'm very happy with the way it looks so far. It's 1/2 on 32 count. I don't remember. Whatever the call for is. Maybe Nocturne? I kitted this up at the Silver Needle, so it's whatever they had the pre-cuts for. Beats me. I don't see it, but it's whatever the call for is. 1/2 on 36 count with mostly the call for thread. I think when I pulled it out, I had borrowed a couple of the call fors for other things, so I substituted other things in there. But that's mostly the call fors. And I've really enjoyed stitching on this one. I will get back to this. I will probably be 10 years getting it done, but I will get back to it at some point. Bunch of floss. I see all this stuff and I'm like, stitch faster, stitch faster. They're not, I don't work, y'all, outside my house, and they're still just not, I give up. Not enough hours in the day. Not enough places to put all this stuff. Sorry, another drink break. Oh, if only my drinks were something more fun than that. This was a Mania Start 2018. This is Time for God from Lizzie Kate. And I don't remember what this linen is, but feeling of it and looking at it, I believe it is a Weeks Dye Works linen. And probably, I don't know if it's 28 or 32. It looks probably closer to a 32, but the weave is so open and so loose. I don't like it. And I'm not crazy about the color. The color is very orangey. Doesn't, yeah, don't like it. So I'm going to abandon this one too. If you would like this piece of linen, I'd like Time for God. And I'm not gonna frog it. You can frog it yourself, but there's enough on either end to get that you could do a small on a couple of pieces of it if you didn't want to frog it out. I'm going to keep the pattern. I love the pattern. I am going to restart it, but I'm not going to restart it on that linen. So if you would like that linen, again, just put Time for God. If there's more than one person, I will do the random thing. And yeah, that's gonna fall. Oops, sorry. Sorry, y'all. I got my stacks are giving away here. Oh wait, that was a restart, wasn't it? Go away, you. Okay, what's next? This is one, when I went to San Antonio a couple years ago, I went to the cross stitch store in San Antonio, which I believe is called Stitches from the Heart. And this is one my friend Charlotte saw and just fell in love with. Texas Signs of Spring, #1 from Redbird Designs. And it's blue bonnets and a cardinal. So since she loved it, I started it. And I started it on, was something else left from my long ago stitching days. It's an even weave. I believe from the feel of it, it's probably Lugana. I don't think it's Jovelin. I think it's Lugana in kind of an ecru color. It does not spark joy. I should finish it because it's for Charlotte, but I don't like it. I don't enjoy stitching on it at all. So I don't know what, I guess I'm gonna put that into the think about it pile too, because I really should finish it because it's for her, but I just don't enjoy stitching on it. And I don't know if it's because it's on, am I doing this 1/2 or 2/2? I'm just doing it 1/2. So anyway, I don't know if it's that it's the Lugana or if I don't like the pattern, or I don't know, but I don't enjoy it. I'm not ready to throw it away because I feel like I ought to do it for Char, but that's definitely going into the, I'm gonna think about that one pile. Okay, what else? I haven't touched this one in way too long. Michelle Garrett, Bindi Stitchy, was kind enough to send this along to me a couple years ago after I commented on hers. I said how cute I thought it was, and she sent me the pattern. And this was also a Mania Start. See a trend here? This was a 2018 Mania Start, and I got a decent start on her. This is 2/2 on, it's a 28 count from my stash from way back when. I don't remember what it was called. It's a very soft lavender gray color. I don't remember what the linen was called or who it was by or anything. But I was stitching that with something or other. DMC. I did change some of the colors, but stitch it with the DMC on that kind of lavendery, lilac-y gray color, 28 count. And I need to get back to it because Michelle loaned it to me, so I really should finish it and pass it along to somebody else. There's only a few more, I promise. This is Sail Away from Shepherd's Bush. It's a beautiful pattern. If you want to see a beautifully complete example of it, go to Lisa's Stitching and Such, I think. She's in Australia, and she has completed that and shown it, and it's gorgeous. And I've got a decent start on it. I've got the majority of probably the top third done. The majority of the stitching is here that's actually cross-stitched. Most of the rest of it, there are bands of specialty stitches like you see in a lot of Shepherd's Bush samplers. This one is one I would really like to get back to sooner rather than later. I haven't stitched any Shepherd's Bush lately, and I love Shepherd's Bush. And that's being done with most of the, it came as a kit, and so I'm doing it with most of the kitted fibers. I was actually missing one when I unpacked the kit. I don't remember the name of the color that was missing, but I just substituted something from my stash on it. And then in this same bag, I have the Checkered Stag sampler from Samplers Remembered. I started this after seeing Julie McConnell's, which is beautiful. I've got just miscellaneous silks from my stash. And what I've got is basically, I've got that center motif complete. So I just need to move on. I've got this done and part of this. So I need to get here over and there over. So I'm a ways out on that one, but I do have a decent start on it. This is Picture This Plus. I kind of think it's sand. But I did my usual great job of writing it down, and I don't remember. But that's what it looks like, is Picture This Plus sand. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, wait, there's my working copy. Maybe I put it on there. That's what I usually do, is put the sticker from the fabric on the working copy, or write on the working copy what it is. However, that is not what I did this time. Whoops. But both of those are ones that I would like to get back to sooner rather than later. They're both beautiful pieces. Sorry, I have to take the time to put it away, or I'll never get the stuff back where it goes. My stacks are just like sliding off the end of the table. Okay, we're almost done. Again, a couple of them in here. This is the Tired Trio from Plum Street. They're so cute. I love sloths. We call one of our dogs a sloth because he's the laziest creature God ever made. I know you'll be super surprised to know that I don't remember what this linen is. It's a Picture This Plus, I believe, of some variety, 36 count. And there's where I am on the sloths. Whoops, I think they go like this. So, I got a decent start on it, but I'm nowhere near done. Some of the call for, some not. It's another one, if I would get back to it, I could probably finish it pretty quickly, but that would require me to concentrate. And then the other thing in this bag is last year for Emily C's birthday sal, I started and finished Goat Load from Plum Street. And I am doing, I think they were the first 5 of the patterns she released. I'm planning to do them all on one piece. This linen is 36 count honey from Hand Dyed Happiness. And I have also finished the henpeck, with the exception of, you will notice that I have not completed the side border. What I'm doing to tie them together is, you can see that I'm kind of overlapping motifs between two. So I've got 2 of those done. I also have Sheep Heap, Snort Stack, and Cow Pile that I plan to do on the same piece of linen. Yeah. That old saying about your eyes being bigger than your stomach when you're helping your plate, you put too much stuff on your plate. Yeah, I've got the whatever you would call the stitching version of that. Your eyes being bigger than your needle? Anyway, so much to do, so little time. And y'all, my stash, again, I could stitch till I was 342 and probably not make a dent in it. Put my Tired Trio pattern back in there too. Okay. The end is in sight. I don't even know what this is. Oh yeah, I do. This is Elizabeth Weston from Hands Across the Sea Samplers, hats. I started this in, actually I think it was a Mania start last year. And I have to be in the mood for Elizabeth because she requires some more concentration from me than what my usual stitching gets. I have completed page 1. I think this is about the center, I believe, going across. So I am that much further across. But she's huge, y'all. She's huge. And I got a long ways to go. This is 36 count, Picture This Plus Bramble. Do you know the name of this one? And I am stitching it with the called for Averswa. Love working with those silks. Love that pattern. I will be $999 before I get it done. That's the end of this basket. One more left in this basket. This is another one. I don't even know what it is. I don't know what I did with the pattern to this, but this is a give up. This is Anatomy of a Pew. And I started stitching this for my father-in-law because he loves to shoot. He reloads his own bullets. He is a master rifleman, whatever, you know, he wins all these competitions. My problem is I started stitching it in these god-awful Artiste metallics from Hobby Lobby. And when I say god-awful, I am not exaggerating. They're horrible. Horrible. I just don't know if I can bring myself to finish this or not. In fact, I'm pretty sure I cannot. So I'm going to chunk this. I may restart it in something else for him at some point because he would like the joke of it. But life's too short. Cannot do it. Cannot make myself do another stitch on this. I hate it. So that's trash. This was I believe this is a 28 or maybe a 32 count. It's Jobelin in a khaki color. Nope. Done. Not gonna do it. Going away. Yay! A free project bag again. Nothing wrong with that pattern. The pattern is very cute. The problem was the threads that I chose to use on it, which are horrific. So I'm for sure 86ing, I think, 3 of them. Maybe 4. 3, iffy on the blue bonnet one. And 2 of them will probably be restarts, the Time for God and I don't remember the other one now. Anyway, I culled a few things out of my WIP pile, which leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, I believe. 22 active WIPs if I 86 these others. Could be worse. I think it's less than I started last year with. So, but who knows? I'll start more things. Just a matter of time. Anyway, we're at 45 minutes. Holy moly. So let me briefly talk about giveaways. I forgot to draw the winner from last week's video for the Rufus, Phat, the Mosey and Me, Rufus the Rabbit. And I don't know if I brought it in here to show or not. There it is. My stacks have stacks. Yeah, Rufus the Rabbit from Mosey and Me. If you want this pattern, go back and comment on video number, whatever last week's was, 94, I think. And mention the word Rufus. And I will pull, next time I do a video, I will try to remember to do that. I'll just use a random comment picker and search for the word Rufus. It must be on episode number 94. I'm not going to search on this one for that, on video number 94. And then the last thing is my 3,000 subscriber giveaway. Thank y'all so much for coming back and watching. Thank y'all for subscribing. I sure do appreciate you all. You are an important and valued part of my life. I sure enjoy visiting with you. And thank you so much for coming to share cross stitch with me. And to say thank you, I am going to do a giveaway for a project bag. It will not be one of these two bags. I've been using these. I'll make you a new one. But you can choose either the Vanna flip type bag with the Velcro closure, or you can choose, I made these from Suzette, the Primitive Stitcher, from her tutorial, which is great if you want to use it. It's a wonderful tutorial. It's a zipper type bag, possibly lined with a contrasting fabric or with more of the same fabric, just depending on what I've got. But you may choose, if you are the winner, you may choose which type bag you want, whether it's the, there they go, the Vanna style bag or the zipper bag. You would have your pick of those. You're also going to get 3 patterns from Plum Street, the, let's see, Cereal Bowl Collection, Sampler Lessons number 4. This is the Be Unto Others Kind and True, as you would have others be unto you pattern. I liked it so much I bought it twice. And then I have a Waxing Moon Designs pattern, little spring pattern, and a Prairie Schooler Fairy. Those will be included. There will be a fat quarter of Heroic from Picture This Plus, some TMC bobbins, or floss bobbins, a little needle sorter, this little incidentals bag, and this is a brand new thing of Thread Heaven. They don't make that anymore, so you can't get that anymore. So I will include all that and probably some silks that I haven't gone through and found in that giveaway. I'm going to pull for that giveaway on February 1st. To be entered in it, you must be a subscriber. I will sort the comments by those people who are and are not subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber, you will not be included. But I'm taking everybody who's commented on videos 93, 94, this one number 95, and if I get my finished parade done before February 1st, then I will pull from that one also. If you comment on multiple videos, I will put your name on the spreadsheet multiple times. But be over 18 so I can get your address, be a subscriber, like the videos, comment. You don't have to say anything in particular. Your comment on the video itself is your entry. And again, I plan to draw for those on February 1st. Again, thank y'all so much. I'm glad you came to see all my big cross-stitchy crazy mess. I got to get to work, y'all. So thank you again for coming. I hope you enjoyed looking at my WIPs with me and helping me sort through. And if you want some of those pieces of linen that I said I was going to give away, whatever I said to comment at that time, comment and I will give those couple of pieces of linen away to somebody. Thanks again, y'all. I hope to see you soon. Y'all take care. God bless.